This was no ordinary war. It was a struggle for power, for survival, for identity itself. In the palaces of Babylon, where gold and silver adorned the walls, betrayal was woven in secret. The king, who was believed to be the people's protector, found himself surrounded by serpents. They slithered in his court, waiting for the right moment to strike. He did not know that his closest allies would become his fiercest enemies. In the poor quarters, where people lived on the crumbs from the royal tables, anger simmered like a cauldron over fire. They would no longer accept being fuel for the elite's wars. They decided to write their own history with their own hands. One day, a herald summoned all able-bodied men to the palace. They were told to prepare for battle against a neighboring kingdom. The king's advisors believed that with the neighboring kingdom's vast wealth, Babylon would become even richer. But the people had suffered enough. This time, they would not go hungry while the king feasted. This time, they would not die so that the elite could stay in power. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the city, people gathered in the marketplace, their faces illuminated by flickering torches. There were farmers with calloused hands and dirt under their nails, merchants with shrewd eyes and wrinkles etched by the sun, artisans with nimble fingers and tools of their trade still clinging to their hands. Each person carried with them the weight of their daily struggles, their hopes and dreams for a better life. They knew they might die, but they believed their deaths would be the spark that would ignite the flames of change. As the night deepened and the moon climbed higher in the sky, the crowd surged forward, their whispers turning into roars. "We will not go," they shouted, their voices echoing through the narrow streets. "We will not go to the king's war." The leaders of the revolt, a ragtag group of intellectuals, orators, and former soldiers, rallied the crowd. They spoke of a future where the people of Babylon would be more than just pawns in the king's game of power. They envisioned a society where the fruits of their labor would nourish their families, where their voices would be heard, and where their children would live in peace. The revolution was not just about overthrowing the monarchy. It was about transforming the very fabric of their society. It was about taking control of their destiny and creating a future that was theirs. The people of Babylon marched on the palace, their determination unwavering. They carried with them the hopes and dreams of generations past, the struggles and sacrifices that had brought them to this moment. They were a diverse group, united by their shared grievances and their yearning for a better life.